reviewing Biohorizon implant, abutment placement, and crown restoration. So here's our example. This is the one we were using on the other video, which is a 5.5 platform. The first thing the patient comes in, you're going to have to do is you've got the restoration from the lab. You're going to remove the cover screw. Then the lab, especially if we're using Synergy, will send the abutment in a jig for placement. It'll either be loose or it'll be tight. This one's loose. Mostly they're extremely tight in there. They should read index it back in correctly. You shouldn't see any gapping or spacing in there if you've got it incorrectly. If you don't have it correctly, you'll see the gap and space you just have. That's how it should fit flush up against there. Then the next thing you're going to do is take out the screw that's sent. It's a blue screw, which is the seat screw, and place it in the implant. Since this is a case that I'm demonstrating on, I don't want to do that to full torque. I'm going to simulate the torque with another screw. And I'll place that screw into the implant abutment that's in there now and place it down. You got to make sure that it goes all the way in and it's not sticking out. Sometimes with the jig on, it'll hold up that screw from going all the way down. This one will go down. We'll just check it really quick here. You should see it coming out at the end. Tightening down, and all we do is just place it onto the model. You can check to see which one of the indexes is the appropriate index for the teeth that you're next to. Since I'm operating blind, I have to take it off screen and look at it. But it doesn't always sit completely flush. Sometimes you need to wiggle it into place, or you have to screw it down a little bit. But when you're done, you should be looking at it flush against those teeth, and you just get it finger snug with the jig on. After you've gotten the jig on, you can take it off. We're snug down, we're not loose anymore, and then you can torque it into place. When you torque it into place, you just place either a breakaway wrench or the spring-loaded wrench. This is 30 newtons centimeter, and then take it till it pops. It'll just click for you, just tightening it up, and it'll do the breakaway click, okay? So that's how you torque it. Now you're going to need to wait for 5 to 10 minutes for the threads to relax and retorque it a second time. This is an absolute must. If you fail to retorque, you'll get screw loosening. It's a big problem. So after it's been torqued the second time, you fill the index hole with a little bit, it doesn't have to be filled, but cover that screw with a little plumber's tape so that if our temporary cement won't get in there. And then we're using temporary cement because it's less costly to tissue around, and the fit of the crown onto the abutment should be snug enough that we don't have a problem seating this home and it's staying. And it's a lot easier to recover later and pull that off if it's only on with temporary cement. So that's it. Adjust occlusion. Make sure you don't have any excursive hits on a implant crown. The biggest thing to remember is making sure that you're completely seated before you tighten it down, that your abutment is in the correct position. You can take a cover, you check shot x-ray if you don't think that you are, and make sure that you're seated completely. If you're not sure about it, ask somebody. The other is to make sure that you've torqued it twice. You must torque twice or screw loosening will cause failure. That's it.